Welcome back, everyone, to some more Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Today we are continuing on with the story. We pretty much last time went a little bit of the north side and a little east for Kunacht. We just started knocking out some of the quests up here. We've got some of those that we're about to go hand in, and then after that we will go back out into the world yet again and start exploring some of these other quests that we have. So with that said, I think we're not going to delay. We're just going to go hand in this first one. I found Gert, and then I have to tell Askell. Yeah, we'll let him know that he's not living anymore, although he may or may not be. I have news about Gert.
You do? What happened to him?
He was infected with the Red Death. He promised to live as a hermit. I'm not going to tell him that, but I will do this. I found Gert's body. A weird beast got to him. Here's his insignia.
So that's how it is. What a damned fate. Still, if you ask me, it's better than desertion. Though, we'll never really know if it wasn't desertion, will we? Here's your gold. His wife will be devastated, and his child's now an orphan. Damn it. I'd hoped he'd meet a better fate.
Well, it's not like he can see them again anyways. He's got the Red Death.
Yes?
Do I have any? Oh, yeah, I do. Sir Valen's head.
And here are the remains of Sir Valen himself. Justice finally caught up with him. He was a scoundrel, a drunkard, and a libertine. And an aristocrat, too. At the Camelot court, he plotted, seduced, and stabbed people in the back. Literally. Eventually, he was betrayed himself. And he ended up here, as a common bandit. Or rather, as your handful of coins for his head. Listen, I've got something I need your help with.
Something else?
Something off the record.
Oh. What is it?
This bounty came down from command. A fat reward for the head of a bandit stirring up trouble in Cuanacht. But there's a catch.
Kind of catch.
The bandit's name is Tom. He's an old friend. Someone I ran with when I was younger, before I joined the army. Hell, before I had any sense. They don't know about my past. If Denham gets wind of it, I'll be court-martialed. Or worse. And I can't turn Tom in. Not after everything we've been through.
What do you need from me?
I need you to find Tom. Talk to him. Convince him to leave Kunacht before the bounty hunters catch his scent. If he stays, it's a death sentence for both of us.
What makes you think Tom will listen to me now?
I don't. But I can't go myself. Denham's men are watching my every move. If I disappear for even a day, they'll start asking questions. You're my only option. Listen, Tom and I, we've seen things together. Done things I'd rather forget. He was like a brother to me once. I owe him this much. Will you do it?
I'll do what I can.
Good. I knew I could count on you. Find him, talk some sense into him, and get him out of Kunacht. I don't care how you do it. Just make sure it's done. Here, this should help you find him. And thank you. I mean that.
Okay.
And
not
you
yet.
better move quickly.
Yeah,
I should have had...
Alright, my bad.
I'll await your...
Jeez, all I did was ask about him. Sir Valen. Alright, we knocked out the other two. A boy with a slingshot. Where's this one at? Oh, it's all the way up there. It's actually not far from the other quest, which is good. And there's another bounty popping up now, too. Awesome. see. We've also got the... Oh, right. Oh, gosh. Happily ever after. All right. Chat, hold on for 1 minute. I forgot to do something real quick. Then we will be good. Right. So we got to go hand in this quest about the pig. Oh boy. I don't know how she's going to like this.
Oh, great. You're back. Did you find him?
Yes, I talked to the witch.
Did you really? What did she say? Did she agree to turn him back?
I'm gonna be honest. No, but there is a way for you to be together as pigs.
What? Are you out of your mind? I'm not going to live out the rest of my days as a pig. That's insane.
I thought you loved him.
I mean, I do, but that's asking a bit much, don't you think? Wait. Is this a test? Like in fairy tales? If I just say I do, he'll turn back into a human and we'll live happily ever after?
I don't know about all that. You could always risk it, though.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want this to happen to him, but I don't want it to happen to me either. I like Wilkin. He's a very nice boy, but I just can't do this. Here's your reward. I'd been saving up for some lace for my wedding dress, but, well, I guess I won't be needing it now. And if you ever see Wilkin again, just tell him I'm sorry.
Okay. Happily ever after. Oh boy. Well, I mean, we made a deal with the witch anyway, so I don't know if that's gonna have any repercussions, but I guess we'll find out down the line. I mean, we got the power of Arthur on our side anyway, so. Yeah, I'm gonna go knock out this one. Broken strings, we just need to drop their ashes together in this area, and then we're good. What's up, Growler? What's up, chat, by the way? I'm not sure when I'm gonna go back to King's Road yet, or when. I think I'm still gonna wait for more patches and updates and so on, or I don't know. For now, though, I'm good on it. The amount of grind that it's going to require for me to continue the story is not going to be worth my time at the moment. So we'll see. Bury the harpers' ashes. What's up, Elder? How many patches have there been recently for this or for King's Road? This one, there's one coming. For King's Road, there's been some, but I mean, a decent amount has changed, but not what I want to see change, at least. All right, let's actually try to go do this. Go up top here.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
All right, so we're gonna fast travel over to the gate, and then let's see if we can do this. Oh yeah, right before I went live too, I had my summons out, and they started attacking one of the red priests over in this town back there. So now we got to be really careful with that. The Keeper is still spirituality 10. Jeez. I think I will start bumping up my spirituality more, though. Find Tom before the other bounty hunters do. If you were Tom, where would you be? Okay, so it goes back over here. There's a camp, or there's a cave up there, but I've already been to that one. Forgot I need to get more arrows crafted or made or bought. Wait, no, we don't need that hammer. No, we don't need all that. Gonna wait way too much. Probably gonna be somewhere in this corner. That wood? Oh, there's a question mark. What's up, Bren? Got Casas playing first thing in the morning. Gotta love it. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Getting a few hours in before getting back to life. In the meantime. Alright, we made it here. There's a shortcut. Oh. Tom?
Well, I was wondering when someone would come knocking. You don't look like the bounty hunting type, though. So tell me, did Asgol send you?
There's a bounty on your head, and dude, that's crazy. Well, that's cool. No, he did.
Should have known. That old fool always did have a soft spot for lost causes. So, what now?
What? Oh, man. There's a lot of conversations that require high spirituality. I don't know how. The only way you would have 15, though, at this point, is if that was the only thing that you kept bumping up over and over and over again. Like, I don't even have 15 dexterity. I have 10. Once you leave Kunacht quietly, says it's the only way to keep you both alive.
Asgol wants a lot of things. A clean slate, a tidy past, hell, maybe even forgiveness for leaving me behind when he decided to play soldier. But here's the thing. I'm not leaving. Not for him, not for you, and not for some damn bounty.
Staying here puts you both at risk.
Risk? You think I don't know risk? I've been living with it every day since Asgol put on that shiny uniform and decided he was too good for the rest of us. We were brothers once, you know. Real brothers. Not the kind bound by blood, but by survival. And then he chose their rules over ours. Still, I don't hate him for it. I just don't owe him anything either. Listen, I'm no fool. Staying here is risky, even for someone like me. If you're so willing to play along, maybe you can help keep those bounty hunters off my back. Buy me some time so I can prepare myself for proper hideout. Who knows? Maybe this could turn into something more profitable for both of us in the end.
All right, sure.
Finally, someone with a bit of sense. I knew you weren't like the rest. You didn't bring me news. Not exactly. I've seen those bounty hunters a while ago. Give me your map. I'll show you where they dug up. Good luck, and thank you.
Tom wants me to eliminate the bounty hunters closing in on him. I mean, that's one way to go about it, but they're probably just gonna, I mean, depends on how persistent they are, I guess. Where are they at also? Okay, they're actually not too far. What's up, Theo? How are you doing this today? I'm doing pretty good. Getting started, making some progress. How are you doing? No complaints yet. I can already see that we're starting to... We're not quite there yet, but last night I really started knocking out a bunch of quests in the outskirts, so I think we're finally getting there with this area. Like, it's always so much starting out. Because, I mean, like, the first stream I did in this area was just talking to people for 3 hours straight, picking up quests with one scenario of combat. But then now we actually are going out and doing this. All right, see what we got here. What? Wow, you drank that fast.
I've taken down bigger foes. You'll regret this.
Level 36. I really do love how your the progress throughout the story and quests. It seems to go at a steady pace. Like, there's no, oh, the higher level you are. Unless if there is, and you barely notice it. I'm gonna get 8 spirituality. And I think I might even bump this up some more. Your summons gain health regeneration equal to 10% of your mana regeneration. Each point in spirituality increases your summon's max health and damage by 5%. That's pretty good, though. You know what, actually, let's take this one. And then I will take these. The bloodline. I'm playing on the standard one. Like the normal. Whatever the center one is. Where is... Alright, I guess technically our next thing... I mean, we handed in that. Do we just go back and tell Askel? The Shakti took no damage. Yeah, some of the... At least right now, some of the people in this area... that also could have been the, like... one of those abilities where it, like, negates all damage. But I still take big hits. Like, very big hits. At times. It's very hit or miss. I was kind of shocked with that too for a second. I did see that, like, we took a hit and I was expecting my health to drop at least some, but... It seems that, like, every scenario we go into, at this point, I never know whether they're going to kill me in one hit or if it's like, oh no, we'll be fine. So I try to stay away from them as much as possible.
Any news about our mutual friend?
I found Tom. He's staying in Kunacht. He said he'd keep a low profile.
Staying? Are you out of your mind?
I couldn't do anything
Tom's
else.
never been good at keeping a low profile. It's only a matter of time before someone spots him, and then we're both dead. You've put me in an impossible position. If Denham catches wind of this... Damn it all! Fine! I'll deal with the mess if it all comes crashing down. But you'd better hope it doesn't.
Tom wanted me to tell you something. He said the boy with the slingshot grew up, but some things never change.
That damn slingshot. He's not wrong. Some things never change. Not for him, not for me. You did what I couldn't. Whatever happens now, that's on me. Thanks.
Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get those guys out of here. That makes me nervous. Alright, let's drop down. I get one shot by mobs I play on veteran with light armor. Yeah, I would personally I would hate that. There was a early on, and I would say it proved to be the case that I expected. I kind of treated it similar to like how I do with an Elder Scrolls or Fallout game, where early on, yeah, you're gonna die a lot because you're getting all that gear. And I was a little nervous because I was taking 1 to 2 hits at times. But now, I would say it's evened out a good amount. At like level 36.
Back.
At this point, at least, it should. I need to drop some stuff off, and then we also need to make some more arrows, and then I think we're going to start knocking out some of these other quests. Not this one, that's the main story. But we've got Kestrel. We'll start with this one since that's connected to the road. I haven't been to this area yet. Alright, yeah, let's make some arrows. Go by price. Meteorite arrow. And make 30. Ease. Iron sharpen. You know what? I'll take 200. Just as, even if it's like a backlog of arrows. All right, and then I'll hold on to the rest. Jeez. I need to look to see if there's like any type of handcrafting from, where is it? Skill tree. Is there anything where you make more arrows as you craft them? Oh, you have that much money? A lot of it's just, I don't really spend it often. Like there's nothing in the game a lot of times. Like every once in a while I'll come across something that's like the most I spent things on is adding relic slots, and I bought like 1 or 2 summon books that costs like 1,000 or 2,000. The rest of the time there's not much out there that's like worth picking up, at least in my case. Maybe I'll buy some arrows at times, but like that's only in emergency scenarios. So I've hovered between that like 10 to 20k. What's up, X? Yeah, I've thought about going back at some point for Once Human, but we'll see. Plus, anything that I'm not using, I just sell.
Always a pleasure to see you. Hello again.
Like, anytime I pick up something that's a weapon, like, I'm never going to use this sword. Sure, it's good, but that I sell. Any type of armor. Yeah, like, I'm not going to use this. I already have that. I'll hold on to those for now. Kind of wish you had infinite arrows in this game, like in Avalon. I could see that. Yeah, the one thing I am really happy with is that the arrows don't weigh anything. That's what I care about the most. Because once you actually start making, or you're able to craft the arrows and you have the resources for it, you almost
Hello there.
never run out. Almost. Get rid of that too. Oh yeah, we just found another gold bar. So that also helps. The 75% arrow refund helps a lot. That's, yeah, I kind of want to get that a good amount. Upgrading items at 7 to 8 plus and above is 20,000 gold and 36k after that. See, that's one thing I haven't done yet. I haven't really upgraded a lot of gear, which I probably should. But I also don't feel like it's been necessary yet. I mean, sure, it's going to help me. Well, let me deposit all this. A lot of base. Okay. Anything else to drop? Let's see if I can get to 1. We're at 110 right now. I have a second fishing rod. Decrease incoming damage by 20% when your health is below 10%. See, something like this is pretty good too. When you have full health, deal 33% more damage. That's crazy. Yeah, we don't need these 2 pies. I have so many throwing knives I need to use. Alright, I think we're fine. For your bow, it's probably worth it. Hard to find another one. True. Yeah, that... I would say... Yeah, this bow has been doing a decent amount of damage. Honestly, I might go equip one of those gems or relics that we have. We have to go back down that way anyways, so... I always end up taking the long way. All all I had to do was go to the center. All right, let's attach. Sure, we'll do this one. What? Is it a weapon relic? It's free to retrieve it, so... Poison. Hitting a target has a 5% chance to restore health. Weapons deal an additional 10% damage. Sneak attack damage. Spell power. I think I'm going to put that one on. 10% more damage is kind of crazy. Hitting a target has 25% chance to build up frenzy on them. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, I don't even have the resources to upgrade it. Okay, we're good. All right, we're going out this way. If there's any... I saw there was like a farm worker over here. I'll talk to them.
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned. You eat them at your own peril.
Why would eating eggs put me in peril?
No need to worry. The missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. Not that it happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get.
Is something wrong with the food here?
Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's the wrong season, and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, the turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do, and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again.
Your plant crops are in the weirdness?
Aye, that we do. It was getting into the crops one way or the other, so why not use it, you know? You see, with the weirdness, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. But the good has saved us from starving to death. I ate potatoes that looked like pig hearts and carrots that tasted like what standing in a field in the middle of the night feels like. All perfectly nice food. I say, it's better to have a meal that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to, than not to have one at all.
Your way of farming sounds a little bit risky there.
Aye, it may be. But it's not like we got a long stretch to live, the missus and I. We didn't want to just lie down and wait for death. And I bet we ain't the only ones. What else are folks to do in this blasted weather? All ready for winter, but winter won't come. And if winter won't come, neither will spring. The last normal harvest came and went ages ago. I'm telling you, if not for the weirdness, we'd all be dead by now.
Wouldn't it be better to hunt for food?
And make my missus a widow? Ha! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again.
Or maybe it's time to move away from the weirdness, somewhere safe. You know what? Sure, I'll say it.
I see. You're with those
No.
Camelotians who want to run us out.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
We've already told your lot. We ain't going anywhere. If we die here, then so be it. And I ain't talking about it no more, so don't even try.
Hey, no worries. Okay. Let me talk to the missus.
What?
Ida.
Another one? We've had enough strangers in Kunacht. You lot bring nothing but trouble.
What kind of trouble are you talking about?
Which ones do you want to hear about? The Camelotians who want to take Armenir and rob us of our land? Or the Red Priests knocking on everyone's door and dragging people out into the streets? We already had enough problems without all those prissy arseholes adding to them.
The Red Priests dare to go outside the town?
Aye, more of them every day. And no just in the village either. I saw a few of the younger ones wandering around outside, looking for trouble. They say they're looking for people sick with the Red Death, but all they do is drag decent people out of their homes and haul them off to all mother knows where. And people still get taken by the plague, so what good are they? Bunch of quacks.
What was that about a men here?
The Camelotians are saying our Armenir is dying, and when it goes out, we'll get snuffed by the weirdness. Vipers, the lot of them. Yvain brought them here a while ago to help with the Kunacht. That's what he told us anyway. And now they want to take our Armenir. Pah! Not just the Menir, they want to take everything. They're saying all the folks here will have to move. All mother only knows where. My old man won't hear a word of it. And you know what? I don't blame him. We've worked too hard. We've gone through too much to just leave everything behind.
So you'd rather risk in the weirdness?
Aye, why no? Everyone says me auntie's girl got touched by the weirdness. But she's still here, ain't she? Besides, we know the weirdness. We live with it every day. If it kills me, then so be it. There's no much left for me in this world anyway.
Niente.
Our priestess. Or rather, Yvain's priestess.
Oh yeah,
because
she
we
over
haven't
here.
seen hide nor hair of her in ages. She took Ailey in, and that ended up being a blessing for us all. She might be a little odd with that eye of hers, but she's a sweet girl.
A girl touched by the weirdness? What do you mean?
Go talk to her and you'll see. I might be an old woman, but I am no one to gossip.
Okay. What about our other farmers? Do they want to leave?
I know some do. The two brothers from the neighboring farm, they can't wait to be rid of that place. But it's no wonder, with the life they've had there. Not to sound like an old woman, but I'd say their farm is cursed. You see, there's an old well on their field, right at the very edge. If you go there at night, you can hear something wailing and growling inside. Truth be told, if I were in their shoes, I'd have run for the hills ages ago.
Maybe they'll move you somewhere better.
Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Makes no difference to me. They could promise me a palace and I still wouldn't leave. This farm belonged to my father, and it belonged to his father before him. When my older brother died, I promised Pa I would nae let this place fall to ruin. I hoped to pass this land on to my children, but, well, they ended up buried in it. It's only fair that I should rest here with them.
Okay. You're not very welcome. I can't say anything else. I would have backed out. Oh well.
Welcome in, you say? When your lot just barges in and takes whatever you please. Like old Norm's woodshed. That got requisitioned by Camelot. They shoved some fancy paper in his face and said, "This is ours now." They say it's all fair because no one got compensated. But what about us, huh? We lent Norm our best axe ages ago, and he left it in that bloody shed.
Couldn't you just ask for it back?
Oh, I tried. They told me everything in that shed now belongs to Camelot. And if I've got a problem, I should go take it up with Norm, since they gave him money for it. Problem is, that coward packed up and left the same day. Either they paid him too much coin for that hovel, or he wanted to be long gone before they checked the place over too close.
Did he have something to hide?
I don't know. I don't go poking around in other folks' business. But Norm, he was a quiet one. Kept to himself mostly. Though he had a temper on him. Rumor has it a debt collector came to his place once and never came back out. Not that anyone ever found proof that he had anything to do with it, mind you. And it's not like anyone here would shed a tear for one of those leeches. But it could all be hogwash. Maybe the fellow just got eaten by something out on the road. We'll never know.
Are the Camelot soldiers still there?
Nah, they bolted it shut and took off. No clue if they're even using it. But if I tried to get our axe back and they caught me, they'd throw me in for theft. For theft! Can you imagine? Of my own property!
I could get it back for you.
Why?
Why not? Because I like helping.
Huh. Maybe you do. But I don't trust folks who offer things for free. They always want something sooner or later. We may not have much, but we're honest folk. Bring me back that axe and I'll pay you. Just don't get caught.
Your husband said that you had eggs for sale?
Eggs, some veggies. There's no much to spare, but we share what we can.
Okay. You got like a bunch of other food and stuff. All right, that's cool. Brotherly love. Well, we got another one. Another quest to do. And what else? Grasping at straws. We got 2 of them from this. Well, they're not far from each other, so. Alchemist. Nice. One-handed. I'll take that. Rob and Gil's cottage. You know what? Sure, let's go in. Let's just go ahead and barge in.
Come on. We can't sell Daisy. We're gonna need her.
What we're going to need is money. And she'll fetch a good price.
We still need to
See?
move
And
somehow,
this is
don't
why I
we?
barge into places.
She could pull the cart.
We have Clover for that. Look, I know how much this horse means to you, but I've already talked to Dinholm. He's willing to pay a lot of gold for her.
But what if we...
No, Gil. Enough. We're selling her, and that's that.
Hello.
Well,
Wait,
that
wait,
Camelotian
wait.
knows what a treasure he's getting.
Oh.
Daisy's not just any horse. She's the best one he'll ever
Oh,
have.
boy. Really love horses, don't you?
I guess. I've spent a lot of time with them. Rob would always send me to the stables when I was getting underfoot. He'd say, Gil, you go to the stables and don't you show your face again until I tell you. I guess I must have been an annoying kid.
Don't you feel bad for leaving your farm?
I do. Pa had to borrow money from Grandpa to buy it, and he had to work so hard to prove that he deserved it. After he and Ma passed away, Rob kept on working, and I did my best to help. Grandpa was, well, I don't know. I didn't see much of him in those days. And now we're supposed to just leave after everything. It feels like we're letting him down. Have a nice day.
All right, let's go talk to Rob then. There he is.
If you're interested in buying a horse, look somewhere else. This one's spoken for. She'll be going all the way to Camelot.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, that's a lot of dialogue I wasn't expecting. Someone from Camelot wanted to buy your horse?
Aye. Man's name is Dinholm. Seems important. Lots of men with him. They're here for the men here.
You're leaving Kunacht?
Haven't you heard? They're moving everyone. Something to do with that men here of ours. Don't really care either way. As long as they keep their promises and give us a better place to live.
Is Kunacht not a good place to live?
Aye, and Morin Pa would rather
we
us
know a
alive
lot of
somewhere
this,
else
but
than dead here.
I'll ask anyways. What do you plan to do after you leave?
Don't know yet, but we're strong and we're not afraid of hard work. I'm a decent carpenter, and Gil is good with horses. I'm sure we'll find something for ourselves.
Could you tell me about living here? Yeah, actually, hold on. Your brother doesn't seem very... Oh, man, did I lose out on that? Damn. Brother doesn't seem all that keen on leaving.
I know. He loves this place, and he loves his horses. I'd rather just forget all about it. Gil's memories of this farm are different from my own, and I only have myself to blame. Mind you, I don't regret any of it, but it sure doesn't make things easier with him.
The lanterns seem to be working for now. What do you think?
Yeah, they're doing their job. For now. But let's not kid ourselves. This is a delay, not a solution. We've got time to think, and that's about it.
What's your plan if the weirdness comes back stronger?
If it gets worse, we'll have no choice but to leave. I just hope we'll have something worth bringing with us when that time comes.
Sure, I could make you a better offer.
Sure, are you? You willing to pay 300 gold?
That's it? I'll give you 250. She's a good horse, but not that good.
Well, then you won't get Daisy. She'll be going to Denholm in a few days. If you have enough gold by then, we can make a deal.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. One sec. Okay, cool. I mean, I could buy the horse, but we don't really need to. I'm surprised nothing came from that. No quests or anything? Gil, you got anything?
Have a nice...
Okay. Maybe I buy the horse and then a quest?
Fine, you have a deal. Denholm will need to find himself a different mare.
Alright, 300 gold.
Take care.
Alright, nothing. I've got Daisy now. So what happens to my other horse? Or can I just swap them out at any time? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Stay out of my way.
I am. I'm sorry. Nighttime is coming. Rest until the morning. Alright, what do we got?
It's nice to have a break.
Hey there, traveler. Better not go much further tonight. Strange things tend to assail our lands with the wilderness on the rise.
With the wilderness? You mean the weirdness? What's so dangerous out there?
Oh, it's quite the lineup out there. We've got creeping shadows and gnashing beasts that start to lurk as soon as the sun dips. They're more than just ghost stories now. They're right on our doorstep, and they seem to get bolder with each passing night.
Why don't you leave the... you leave. Go to the city.
And miss all the action? No way. The folks here
Its
are
mouth
stubborn,
doesn't work.
won't leave their lands. They need protection, and I'm here to give it. Plus, I get to be on the front lines if anything happens.
Do you have anything that could help me out there?
Sure thing. I've got fire arrows.
Ooh.
They work wonders against those creatures. It seems like they hate fire even more than I love the thrill of a good skirmish. I can part with some for a few coins. Helps you, helps me. That makes the night watch feel less like a chore and more like preparation for the big leagues.
Hey, I'll take that. Oh, you want me to actually buy them? You know what? They're one. What's wrong with nighttime? I'm still a little nervous for this area, to be honest. I'm a little scared for nighttime here. Oh, this is the straw child. What the hell? I haven't fought these yet. Especially with... Oh, we're taking hits. The one thing that scares me the most is the, like, ghost foredweller that pops up. Alright, let's interact with the well. Because that thing takes so much to kill. And on top of that is... Oh. Even if you do kill it, I think it still comes back. So it doesn't just, like, magically go away. Alright, one sec. All right. What do we got here? I haven't fought one of those yet. It has a sword? Killed the source of the sounds. Oh, that was what was creating it. Game of the Year nominee or not? I would definitely say it's, without a doubt, it's going to be up there for one of my favorite games this year. The biggest problem... I guess the only thing I was going to say is, like, sometimes I feel a little weird. Nah, actually, never mind. I shouldn't. Because it doesn't matter. I was going to say, I feel a little weird about a game coming out of early access. But this is, like, the 1 point. So, like, and that's what Baldur's Gate 3 did. So, and, like, Baldur's Gate 3 got so many things. There's so many, rewards. So yeah, it definitely will be for some people, without a doubt. I still think that Expedition 33 for myself is still my favorite game this year, but honestly, if that didn't come out, this would probably be up there. And I wouldn't say that, like, a remaster, personally, as much as I loved Oblivion, like, that's gonna be one of my favorite games that I played this year, but I don't know if I could say if that it was... Wait, how did we get out of here? That's where we came in at. Oh boy. Wait, can you jump and grab that? That would be awesome. Maybe there's a different way to go. Let me go back around again. What's up, Araz? Oh, there's some meteorite. Can't hear like the in-game voice? Oh, wait. Was there a way out? Oh, I think there's a way out here. All right, cool. Yeah, I went the wrong way. That's what happened. Well, we found the way out there. There's still another quest here. Oh. Weird touched peasant. These guys go down in like 2 hits. Stamina. What is that? Oh, that's the Straw Father. No, this doesn't help. There's so many of them. Oh my gosh. Brother. Oh God, move. One of these is considered, yeah, this one. Oh, God. Okay, I got one. Burn the Strawfather's hay. Wait, so is it saying that fire arrows are really good? Of course I don't have any. We almost got this guy though. I love how easily they just distract them. Oh, we got some unidentified weapons. I feel like even the nights that I have gone out in the game, I still don't find unidentified items. But I know that's when you're supposed to be able to find them. Well, we have tons of those now. They want me to find the axe in Norm's old woodshed. Oh, somebody's spotted me. It's over here. That's just the water. Yeah, by the way, thank you all for the likes so far, wherever you are watching. Appreciate it, as always. Pretty much Casas plays on everything across the board. Is it over here? Dirty axe. Okay. Go. What is hostile? Oh, it thinks the guard is hostile. Oh no. Because of my summons. Now I have a bounty of 250? Are you kidding? Alright, I'll just pay the 250 because I would have to go back and fight the straw people again. Guard.
Stop, you Seems we have something. You'll pay the fine.
Yeah, here.
Good. Let's hope this doesn't happen.
Thank you. Some of that. Gotta be careful with summons now, because all of a sudden they're attacking red priests. I know somebody mentioned that like a stream or two ago, and I haven't had that issue, but now it's happening.
What can I do for you today?
Found your axe.
Ha! You really did! Camelot didn't give you any trouble?
No, the straw monsters in the shed did.
Huh. Maybe there was something to all those tales about Norm after all. He always seemed so polite. Helped my Reese figure out the best way to grow wheat outside the repellers. It just goes to show you never really know your neighbors, eh? Well, here's the payment I promised, and some freshly picked veggies, too.
Awesome. Grasping at straws. What was the brotherly love one? Found a belt buckle.
Good day.
Talk to Reese. Or maybe that one of the brothers knows. Brother. Well, yeah, it makes sense. Brotherly love.
Be careful out there.
Have a nice.
No, neither of you. Found a belt buckle on its corpse. Perhaps someone in the area may know its story. Look at that horse. Maybe the guard?
It's nice to have a break.
Take care out.
Evening, traveler. Wouldn't wander out there. Good luck.
You said the same thing earlier. Well, I guess both of the guards can say that. There's a mill. Maybe someone in the mill will know. Miller's daughter.
Are you looking to buy the mill? It's seen better days, that's for sure. Even when my good-for-nothing father was alive. It needs work, but everything does if you want it to be worth something, right?
I was just curious what was inside.
Ah, well, I see. I thought the Lord was looking to sell it again, but that wouldn't make much sense, would it? I overheard people talking about leaving. Who in their right mind would buy a haunted mill in a dead village? Maybe when it finally falls apart, I'll go with it.
Who are you?
Oh, my father owned the mill once. Then after he passed, my brother took it. Then his children, then theirs. As for me, I died as the miller's daughter, for the terrible crime of being the miller's daughter. The truth is, I don't remember my name. It's been so long since anyone living has spoken it.
What happened to you?
It was stupid. You see, my father was a drunkard who liked to brag, and the more he drank, the more he bragged. The problem was, not a single word he said was ever true. And for some reason, he decided to tell people I could spin gold from straw. That ridiculous rumor made its way to King Sagramore. He locked me in a cell full of straw and told me it had to be spun into gold by morning.
What happened next?
Well, what do you think happened? I sat in that cell, choking on the stench of rotting straw, and cried. Then I screamed myself hoarse, begging someone, anyone, to let me out. By morning, my throat was dry as parchment and full of dust. But when the first rays of sunlight streamed through the tiny window, I cried again. I remember shaking all the way to the block, but my last thought was of my father, and oh, it was vicious.
How'd you end up back in the mill?
I don't know. One moment, I was dead, and the next, well, I was still dead, but I was home again. It was like looking through a veil, still in this world, yet no longer part of it. Every beam and plank so familiar, yet not.
What happened to your father?
He hanged himself, right there, from that beam.
Damn.
I visited him, in dreams and in the waking world, until he couldn't take it anymore. I overheard someone say it must have been the guilt of my death gnawing at him. Stupid people. He wouldn't have felt a shred of guilt if I hadn't reminded him.
Can you tell me more about King Sagramore?
First of all, he wasn't a king. He just liked calling himself that. Now that I think about it, surely that wasn't allowed, was it? He was a small, jittery man, yet in that cell, he loomed so large over me. I wonder, did he too lose his head for claiming to be something he was not?
How long have you been here?
I'm not sure. I've seen the sun rise and set so many times. I stopped counting. What would be the point? Time means nothing to me. Through the cracks in the walls, I watched the seasons change. I listened to the millstones turn, until one day, it all stopped. The mill, the seasons, now everything is so still, death-like, almost.
Can you tell me something about the Kunacht of old?
It was beautiful, actually. The fields shimmered pale gold in the sun, carrying the scent of warm dust and ripe grain. The whitewashed walls made the town glow. And the men here, I always liked our men here, you know. It looks a bit frightening, but it always felt warm. It used to, at least. Now it feels more like me with each passing day.
Is there any way I can help you?
Help? Why would I need help? I'm fine. Nothing hurts. I can see everything through the windows and the cracks in the walls. I can watch the mice in the corner all day, and no one scolds me for lazing around. I'm content.
Okay.
But it's kind of you to ask. People don't always care about the well-being of strangers, especially ones who are already dead.
All
Come
right.
by again if you feel like talking. I don't mind the company.
Friendly? Ooh. A lot of stuff in there. More venison, mana potion. Well, it's not like she's going to be needing any of that, so. Is there anyone else in here? That's so cool. See, that's one of the things I love about this game is there's so many times where you're just like walking into a place. There's no indication of like something being there, but you're just exploring. You're just like, okay, let me see if there's anything here. And then you find like a person just inside there kind of chilling that you never probably wouldn't have ran into unless if a quest brought you to that area or back to that area at some point again. Grevin's shed.
Welcome to my corner of misery, traveler. Whatever brings you here, just know you're wasting your time.
Why am I wasting my time?
The weirdness is coming closer every day. Started in the deep woods and now it's almost at our doorstep. Town's slowly emptying. All the smart ones left weeks ago. But now, even if you're trying to get out, good luck with that. The soldiers set up a checkpoint at the gate leading to the main road to Camelot. Now it's blown. They said it was a landslide. Or an avalanche. I don't know. But that was one of the safe routes.
And what about the unsafe ones?
The further you go, the thicker the weirdness gets. Swallows entire patrols sometimes. 3 Camelotian soldiers disappeared last week. Official story says desertion. But I saw what was left of their gear, twisted like paper, heavy steel bent like it was cloth.
Offer him a drink? You're not afraid of the weirdness taking your hut?
I hunted in those woods for 40 years. And yes, now the trees, they don't stay where they should. Animals speak in tongues. But the truth is, I've got nothing worth protecting. My heart, my flask, my memories. The weirdness can have it all. Might even be an improvement.
Damn. You don't seem worried about any of this.
Worried? I'm 58 years old. Lost my wife to the fever. Son to the war. My livelihood to the weirdness.
Damn.
The world's been empty for me for years. The weirdness is just making it official. So I drink. Makes the show more entertaining while it lasts.
Can I offer you a drink? Here's some, it's the mead.
Well, perhaps there's still some decency left in this dying world.
I don't think he needs it, but there you go.
You know, I used to be the best hunter in 3 villages. To track a fox through a rainstorm. Now, I can't even trust the forest to stay where I left it. Here, my old bow served me well for 30 years. Not like she used to be now with these shaky hands. But it might just keep you alive out there. The weirdness doesn't take kindly to visitors, but sometimes speed and a sharp eye make all the difference. Good luck, traveler. If you make it back this way, I'll still be here. Until I'm not. See you.
So he gave me a bow. How good is it, though? Here's the real question. Okay, well, hold on now. Whoa. Oh, all right. Increase ranged critical chance by 25%. When your stamina is below 20%, increase range critical chance by an additional 20%. Dude, that's insane. And it does 105 to 114. That's wild. That means my crit chance is going to be over 100% because right now it's at 58. Yeah, without a doubt, I'm putting that on. We go ahead and equip that. Again, going back to what I just said literally less than 10 minutes ago. Sometimes you just walk into a building, you find somebody just chilling there, you have a little chat with them, and now here we are with what are you doing? Wait, you can actually pickpocket people? Wait, what? I didn't know you could do that. Dude, that's crazy. Wow. All right, so let me see. My ranged crit chance, 85%. And then that means if... so it's 100%, 105% when I'm at low stamina. So if I take like 2 or 3 shots, the second or third shot will be 105% crit chance. I should get the ability that we get bows or arrows back. Or I have it, but I should bump it up further. Let me save over this. Neither of them have anything to say.
Until
We need to bring this belt buckle to somebody. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be between these two houses. But when I talked to the two brothers, neither one of them mentioned anything.
Be careful out.
Unless if it's bugged.
The carrots are coming in nicely this time.
Need anything else?
Oh, there's somebody else's house right over here. Come on. Mara and Reginald. Wait, you look like that.
You.
The witch.
My, what a fine lad you are. Were I a touch younger, I'd consider running away with you. Reginald be damned.
I'm not interested in old women. Thank you, I'm flattered.
As you should be. I used to be quite the catch back in the day, you know. I didn't make it easy for Reginald to win me over, but he was always a stubborn man. It flattered me, that stubbornness. I should have listened to my mother when she told me a headstrong husband is just as bad as a lazy one. One does nothing, the other wants everything done his way. But I thought I knew better. And now, here I am.
Your marriage doesn't seem very happy.
Every marriage has its ups and downs, especially one that's lasted as long as ours. We worked hard our whole lives, raised our children right. I had hoped for a little peace at the end of the road, but now they say the weirdness is coming, and my husband insists we stay. I know I don't have much time left, but there are better ways to die than in the fog.
Maybe it's just too hard for your husband to leave home at this age.
It is hard. I'm not saying it's not, but we wouldn't be begging for the kindness of strangers. We have a son in Burrow. He already wrote and said he'd take us in. But Reginald said no, and that was the end of it. Take care out there.
We go talk to Reginald.
Who goes there? You're not from round here, are you? Whatever you've got to say, I'm not interested. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, man. Jeez. Wouldn't you rather retire somewhere?
And do what? Fart into a bench and mooch off my children? I'd rather die than become the kind of father who turns into a burden. As long as I can lift a hoe, I'll work the fields. And if I can't do that anymore, then what good am I? No, I won't become a useless old man. I'd rather keel over here and now.
I'm not here to make you... you know what? Your wife is very concerned about the weirdness.
Mora's always been a worrywart. If anything goes awry, it's the end of the world for her. And don't even get me started on the nagging. Everything'll be fine. It always is, in the end. Besides, we won't be alone. Reese and Ida are staying, and they know how to work around the weirdness better than anyone.
The weirdness is worse than a simple drought.
And you've been through many droughts in your life. If you had, you'd know there's nothing simple about 'em. You just stand there and watch your crops die, praying for rain that never comes, wondering if your children are strong enough to survive this one. And the fat years aren't much better. You grow tall crops, and then you gotta strain your ears for straw children skulking around at harvest, until the weirdness can make work in the land any worse than it already is.
Must really love Kunacht.
Love? Nah, it's a shithole. All my life I've watched it turn into a dump, and it only got worse without lordling at the helm. But I gave everything I had to this land. We've had good years, sure, but we've also had years when we went hungry for days so our kids wouldn't starve. The weirdness, just another storm to weather. Everything'll turn out fine in the long run.
I'm not here to make you leave.
Good, because I won't.
I don't know what you mean.
And make sure it stays that way. Huh.
Okay. I guess. That is
it's
that.
You.
Okay, so I just took a little peek
Just go.
at the ooh, there's crap. I took a little peek at the quest, the brotherly love, and I think it is bugged for me. That might be 2 quests now that are bugged, unfortunately. You wait until the morning. Apparently you are supposed to be able to go over to the brothers here and then ask them about how life is or something like that, and then you can be like, hey, I found this thing, do you know who this is? I think it's this guy. Yeah, but I have no option to talk to them. And it's because I talked to them before I went and actually did the quest. Unfortunately. The quest where you need to investigate stolen goods a bug. Inside the barn? Like this thing? Or inside the warehouse? Inside the warehouse? Just go at nighttime. There's no mention of it. Just go at nighttime. You'll see. That quest's actually pretty good. I wish they did like one of the things. Yeah, no problem. Like when you walk into the room or into that warehouse, I went at first during the day. I'm not gonna say what actually, what it is, but I went during the day, and I wish that they would leave you like a note or something that would be like, oh, maybe I should come back later. Something like that. Like a little indicator, because I was like, okay, there's something here that I'm just completely missing. And then that's when I saw, oh, you just need to go at night. Thefts happen at night too, so it makes sense. That's true. Yeah. But I was like spending, like 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, just looking up and down in that place. Like, okay, what am I missing here?
Your armor won't save you. You're nothing but a peasant.
Okay. Oh, I saw that crab. Yum. Yeesh. Oh, one accidental shot there. Level 37. I wonder what the average level... I don't know what the average level is to even finish the game. I'm assuming... I mean, at this rate, probably 30. All right, not 30. 50. I have something to share with the important after I've decided to leave my wife. This decision is not made lightly, but I found my true love and feel compelled to follow my heart. Your loving son. Is there purple and legendary tier gear in this game? That I am not sure, to be honest. If there is, I haven't found some, obviously. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. There's still a lot of questions like that where I'm like, yeah, I'll get spirituality up again. I'm gonna do dexterity, and I'm gonna do the 50% chance to get refund 1 arrow. Oh yeah, what else was I? There was another tree I was working. Is it under... critical hits, that's what it was. Oh yeah, this one. Critical hits have a 20% chance to fully restore your stamina. That's crazy. Taking damage instantly restores 2% of stamina. When you have full stamina, deal 10% more damage. Your fully restored stamina causes you to take 15% less. Killing an enemy instantly restores 10% of max stamina. Yeah, like some of this stuff is really good too. It's crazy how many builds, how like different ways you can do stuff. I'm sure there's items out there that's like, oh, the lower stamina you have, the more damage you do, and then or like the higher stamina you have, the more damage you do, and then you add on other abilities like something that allows you to always recover your stamina, so that way you're always at top stamina, so then you get like a crazy bonus to damage. I don't use summon, so I spend everything on the critical tree. Yeah, I just like having followers with me a little bit. Like going around places as like a backup.
Is that you?
No. Another one letter. Wait, there's a way back here. Grandma Bridge. Yeah, I'll probably put more points into that crit tree and and stamina. The Ram of Nada. Oh no. I'm at exactly 145.
I missed you.
She's so loud.
So much.
There's some parts in the game where like voices or dialogue is just like
Don't worry.
really.
Now we can forget all about it. Because
It gets really loud or really quiet. It turns out Bear's love was a monster. If I am to find his heart, I have to kill the Fae. Well, there you go. The Fae was carrying a stolen heart. Now that it's dead, I can return the heart to Bayor. Okay. Having no regard for your parents as a fair brings shame upon them. Think of the sacrifices they love and gave you. Forsake the dangerous path and restore honor to our family. I'll take some of these letters just... Oh, never mind. Carrying too much now. Now we can drop that. Alright, we go back. The Kunacht. So... we could go hand that in. We're out here, so let's go. There's another bounty nearby. I like knocking out like a bunch of stuff at a time, or at one time, and then going back, handing everything in together. Ah, shit. Brother. Okay. Max out a single skill proficiency. There it is. That would have been lethal. That's crazy. How much is stuff worth? Increase incoming healing by 25%. It's actually pretty good. My current one is increase it by 20%. We don't need to carry all these. I am over encumbered now. Honestly, I might drop these. Am I carrying a spoon? Man, these add up. Yeah, I need to drop some concoctions too. Oh, there's a fast travel point right there. All right, can I get... Come on, we just need to drop like 1 more pound there. Beautiful. All right, let's go back to the center of town.
You doing okay?
And yeah, I guess I'll use the bonfire. Fuel it so we can identify these. Okay. Now we're
Always
over encumbered.
A pleasure to see you.
So it stacks together.
Hello
I didn't
there.
realize. I didn't realize it stacks like that. That's kind of cool. Great axe. Never gonna use that. Get rid of that. Yeah, I probably won't ever use that bow again. Oh. Wait, if I put the peasant basket on my back, it increases encumbrance by 10? Increase incoming healing by 25. Goodness hell. I'm gonna sell some of these because I never really use them. Holy. I keep forgetting about the throwing knives. I haven't used those in a while either. Max mana permanently? I need to equip that. Or not equip it, but use it. Okay. What's up, Growler? Yeah, I said earlier I'm not sure yet. Because at the moment it's gonna require a lot of grind before I can make some real progress. I have debated about doing some recordings. We'll see. I will drop all this stuff off. I cleared up inventory a decent amount. Oh, we don't need that scythe.
Ah.
What?
Okay. I think we're good right now. Maybe throw in the throwing knives. Wait, that's the meteorite ones. Use all the copper ones first.
This way.
Good. Okay. There was a quest in here. that I need to collect a bunch of items. Here it is. Let me see if I have this. Daffodil, Mandrake, Straw Child. Daffodil, Mandrake, Straw Child, Phase Blood. If I have the Daffodil and the Mandrake, then we're good. I know we'll be good then. I know Mandrake kind of looks like that. None of those. Daffodil. Okay, I've got plenty. Okay, so then let me take... Do I have the Mandrake, though? That's the only other thing. I have 3. How many do we need? 3. Okay, so 3 Mandrake. Here's Daffodil. I think it was like 5. Phase Blood. Probably one of these. Not in the cooking. We need 3 of these, I think. Phase Blood. I think it was 2, but I'll take that. Boom. That's everything.
You doing okay?
Erwin.
Elixirs, powders, ointments, take your pick.
Got everything you needed.
You finished quicker than I expected. Let me take a look. Daffodil and Mandrake. Not the finest batches I've ever seen, but they'll do. As for the Straw Child skulls, exquisite. Truly an excellent selection. My congratulations. And the Phase Blood. A rare one. Perfect. It seems that's everything. As promised, I'll join the Merchants Union in that investment and lend my resources to the hospital. I must say, it's satisfying to know the Red Priests won't get their claws on it.
Okay. Hey, there we go. Another person joined.
Nice to see you.
Measured Mercy. Cool. I think there's one of these. There's a bow out here that we have to get for somebody, and then that will also unlock somebody else to come help out. The Price of Perfection. Which one's this? Tyrannus told me about that. Kestrel the Piercer. Okay, let's go pick up both of those. Also, I forgot we need to go down here and get our next target and hand that quest in. Let's actually go do that first. For the children of Morgan. Oh. Grab this titanium. Morgan's Hollow. Man, there's still so much more to do, but I do feel like we're getting good progress here. Oh. Wait. Get rid of these guys. I don't know if they would attack, but just in case. Because this guy shows up as hostile in the crosshair. Alright, yeah, on the compass, but then he's friendly up close. Here's the head of Morgan.
Thank you. I'll take it to the seers so they can finally stop panicking. You've done well. I'm glad you had decided to become one of us. Killing you would have been such a terrible waste. Now your next task will be a bit different. It will require a certain level of discretion on your part.
Does it mean I won't have to kill anyone?
I didn't say that. Although this time, that would be the preferable outcome, yes.
I'm listening.
There's a hatchling who was entrusted with a rather delicate mission. His name is Vin. We sent him to Kunacht to get close to Legate Denholm. The problem is, he stopped sending reports, even though we know for certain he's still alive.
Sounds like an important task to be giving to a hatchling.
Let's just say Vin is uniquely suited to the job. The poor boy needs a father figure in his life. And Denholm, well, he has his own regretful past. You'll have an occasion to help build a happy family. A rather inspiring task, don't you think?
Should I dispose of him?
No. Vin must continue his mission. You see, Legate Denholm is a strong candidate for becoming a Knight of the Round Table. But he has his own mundane concerns. He regrets not having an heir to carry on his name. He regrets quite a lot, as you'll discover. Vin was supposed to position himself as the son Denholm always wanted. The son he could still have, provided he formally adopts one. We want this to happen, and it is your responsibility to ensure that it does.
Maybe Vin just doesn't want to be Denholm's son?
What Vin wants is of little importance, and he should be well aware of that.
Okay.
Besides, he'll be spending the rest of his life in luxury. I really don't see what the problem might be.
It will be done.
See that it is. I'm counting on you. Go. Fly to Kunacht. And may Morrigan's wings shield you from prying eyes.
Hold her head high. Wayward son. Self instructed me to find Vin, who is meant to report on Camelot's activities. We'll see where Vin is at on the map. I still have another quest over here, the burdening letter. And I could just bring the proof to the head worker, or I could bring it to the legate instead. But then there's also a blacksmith starting with the letter E that I could track down. And there is a guy in the town where he's a blacksmith and the letter is E. Wait, change of heart. Oh, right. That was for this. Oh, wait. That's for the guy that we needed to. Okay. Get in. I forgot that's who the quest was even for. So this works out perfect. Because there was a guy that was sick inside here. So I wonder if we do this, if the blacksmith will have something else to say. I think I have something that could help.
Really? Well, if this can put Beor back on his feet. Beor, your wound, it changed.
What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a girl? She touched me. I came back and dreamt. Then there's only darkness.
That girl stole your heart, literally.
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. So, I'm thanking you. Finally, we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. All right, back to work.
Okay. Can I talk to him now? Or can I sleep in their bed? Yes. Give me that X. I wish there was more beds throughout the world for you to sleep in. Alright, let's see if I can ask him about this.
Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough, but I won't forget what you did for Beor. Tell me, how can old Airfear repay you?
Here we go. Before I say that, what's happening in Kunacht recently?
It all began innocently enough. Our milksop of a lord, Yvain, decided that we didn't have the right tools to unearth the riches of our land. So he sent messengers to Camelot asking for their men and equipment. It was supposed to make us richer. And it worked. For a while. They came here and resumed mining. Brought gold with them too. So for a while there, we were even happy to see new faces. Then news from Camelot arrived. The Red Death is in Cuanacht. The weirdness is getting thicker.
We declare martial law. Cut down all the trees and take them in here with us. Everyone goes to Camelot.
Load of bullshit.
What happened to your
ask
voice
me.
there, sir?
The weirdness has always
What was
been
that?
here. Kunacht has been doing just fine without the support of the dog fuckers of the Round Table.
What?
Denholm,
What
one
the
in
hell?
charge of their army, came here with the Red Priests. It seems like he's well aware that his orders are stupid, and that people from Kunacht are smarter than Camelot thinks. And now, Kunacht is divided. Some want to leave for Camelot. Others can't imagine it. Like me. I just can't stomach leaving the land of my fathers.
Do you have to leave Kunacht?
Camelot says we do. I think we don't, even after the moronic theft of trees. Lord Milksop, of course, doesn't know what to do. If he leaves for Camelot,
he lost
he'll
his
become
voice there
just
for a second.
another arse-kissing sponger princeling no one gives a toss about. And the court is already full of those. Here, at least, he's somebody. Or he can become somebody if he makes the right choices. The man here is dying. That's true. More and more weirdness creeps into our homes at night. Soon, the flame will no longer be enough. I don't know what would need to happen for everyone to stay in Kunacht. The truth is, we can only survive if we keep together, either here or there.
True. This dude geezered out, voice out of nowhere, and then casually says, "Yeah, calls the table dog fuckers. That's it. I'm buying the cave. Hey, trust me, it is well worth it. I feel like, at least. Let's hear his thoughts on Lord Yvain.
His family has a grand past. I have the utmost respect for their legacy. The Tarians made Kunacht strong. They carried on the legacy of Palamedes, King Arthur's advisor. Our lord, though, don't get me started. Yvain is a coward. He lets Camelot get away with anything. Well, for now. I've heard rumors that he's been trying, in his own pathetic way, to delay making some crucial decisions. Who knows? Perhaps our lordling will finally grow a pair and make use of them for the good of his subjects. Though, if you ask me, the only thing that could save him would be the quest for the Holy Grail.
Why do you hate Red Priest so much?
I have my reasons. I don't trust the bastards because they've already been here once. They took a few people for what they called a routine examination, promising that our loved ones would return safe and sound in no time. Ah, damn it all. Would you believe me if I told you that not all of them even had the symptoms of the Red Death? Nobody came back. Not a single soul. From that moment on, I've sworn to do everything in my power to make life miserable for those scarlet dogs.
Oh my gosh, they still keep popping up. Your loved ones, did you lose someone too?
I don't really want to talk about it, but look, I had a wife. She was a beautiful woman, and I'm pretty sure that she was with child when they took her away.
Yeah.
She would chat with Nianti. She hadn't bled for 3 months, and she would have eaten all the crops from Reese's field if she could. My Katrin. They took her away. She caught a cold, and they put her on a transport to the island asylum. I never saw her again. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to think about it anymore. Let the past stay in the past.
Fair enough. Wait. Katrin? Wait a minute. That's one of the people from the very, very beginning. Yeah, it just clicked. Katrin Gooseguard. Yeah, because we've had a quest since the very beginning that was like, oh, if you find my husband out there, or forget if it was, I thought it was a Red Priest too. Wait, Katrin Gooseguard, I know what happened to her. Wait, hold on. Before I say either of those, first of all, let me do this. We have a quest for him too, but I'll mention that.
You... what? How? How is this possible?
I found a letter she wrote to you in the bowels of the island asylum. He's dead.
I can't believe this. My Katrin. Do you still have the letter? Please tell me you didn't throw it away.
I think so. All right. Yeah, she wrote that she would add a boy. She would have named it Leolwyn. They gave it to a Red Priest in the Horns of the South as proof of the torture we endured.
What? And what good was that supposed to do? I bet that red lunatic burned it the moment you turned your back on him. Idiots. Idiots everywhere. Must I do everything myself? May the Red Death take the lot of you.
Sir.
I shouldn't be getting so worked up. You could be making all of this up to unnerve me.
Oh, no.
You're trying to trick me.
What?
I won't let you provoke me, you Camelocian arse licker.
Unforgettable. Damn. Well, he didn't like that. I guess I shouldn't have told him that. I found a letter stained with coal. Everything points to you being the author.
If you're trying to intimidate me, it's not working. I know I messed up. It was all going so well at the beginning. Then, at some point, one of those idiots went off the rails, attacking a Camelocian god. Senseless. I don't know what you're planning to do with this information, but I don't want anyone to suffer because of it.
I'll keep it to myself.
Well, I appreciate your discretion. Thank you. I guess I should head off to get the workers the spare parts to fix their equipment. I'll also put in a good word for you with Denholm. I'll tell him you're trustworthy. That might prove useful for you.
I think he kind of knows I'm trustworthy already, but... Okay. So that closed out that one, too. Yeah, this guy's already been through enough. I don't want to make him go through more. Especially after giving him the details that I just did. Oh. I'm not trying to make it any worse for him. Kestrel, the Piercer, and the Price of Perfection. Okay. We will go check those out. Chat, give me like 2 minutes here. I will be right back. Thank you again for all the likes so far. Thank you for the followers, the subs, the members. Just gonna put on the BRB screen. Some ads might run, and we will continue. I'll be right back. I am back. See what we got here. So, we are headed back out into... Let me see. Wayward Sun is right here. We also handed in that. You know what? Since we are right here... Gotta... Yeah, I'll do both of these.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Oh.
Sorry, I've got no time for chatting. I'm handling something important for Legate Denholm.
Self sends their regards. Do you? Is that why you haven't reported any progress on your mission?
You're with the children. Shit! Fuck! Listen, please don't kill me. I can explain. I've been working on it, I swear. Things were going smoothly, but there's a problem.
Whoa, relax. You don't need to be yelling.
I think Legate Denholm might actually be my father.
Why do you think so?
I caught him giving me this strange look once, so I asked if something was wrong. He said he used to have a son but lost him young. Said the kid would be at my age now. So I asked how it happened, and Denholm told me. The weirdness got them. Swallowed their entire village. I wasn't with them. And that's exactly what happened to me. Except I survived because my mum told me to run before the weirdness came.
How old were you?
I was 6. I don't remember much. Just my mum looking terrified and telling me to run to the town, promising she'd be right behind me. I ran until my legs gave out. Stopped only when I reached the gates. That's when I realized she'd lied. She never followed me. I spent years on the streets after that, until the children found me.
It's a story like hundreds of others of Avalon. You're not special.
But it all lines up. Denholm's local, just like me. If I could remember where my village was, I bet we'd find something to prove it.
Denholm being your father doesn't sound like a problem.
But it is. I swore to myself that if I ever found that bastard, I'd kill him. I don't even remember having a father. It was always just me and Mum. He probably got what he wanted from her and left.
You don't know it was like that.
Fine. Maybe he didn't. But he still wasn't there when she needed him the most. And now the children say he's a candidate for a knight. What a joke! What kind of knight abandons his son and the mother of his child to be killed by weird beasts? He doesn't deserve any of it.
Have you talked to him about it?
Of course not. What could he even say? Sorry wouldn't cut it. And that's only if he regrets anything. Honestly, I don't think I could talk to him without wanting to kill him. And shit. I really wanted to succeed in this mission. The children gave me a home after he left us with nothing. But if it's really him, I can't go into this blind. Not knowing would eat me alive.
I can try to find out if you're really his son.
You do that, and you tell me the truth. No matter what it is.
Yes, I will.
Thanks. That means a lot to me. And I know you could have just killed me, so I'm grateful you didn't.
Finn believes he's Denholm's son. I should ask the legate about his family. Fabius, you know what? I'll say this one first. Fabius asked me to make weird lanterns. He said they'll help protect the field.
Weird lanterns, you say? Of course, that sounds like Fabius.
Fabius.
Always scheming. Always so subtle in his little power plays. It's obvious what he's really doing. Going behind my back to curry favor with the locals. He doesn't care about their crops or their lives. He just wants to be the hero of Kunacht.
You think there's more to it?
Mark my words, whatever he's promised you, there's more to it. Fabius doesn't lift a finger unless it serves his interests. I don't like it, but I'll tolerate it. For now. Just don't let him drag you too deep into his games. There's more at stake here than he'd have you believe.
What exactly do you think he's hiding? You seem to know him better than most.
What isn't he hiding? Fabius wraps himself in the guise of charity, but every move he makes serves the Red Church first and foremost. The lanterns? A means to anchor the Menhir for their convenience, not for the farmer's sake. Don't let his piety fool you. It's just another tool.
Why did Camelot choose to send you to Cuanacht?
They thought it might be easier for me to connect with the locals, since, technically, I'm one of them. I used to live in a village nearby, but the weirdness swallowed it up, along with my wife and son.
Were they buried? Where are they buried? How'd you manage to survive?
I wasn't there. I was busy trying to make a name for myself in the army. I rarely came home. I kept telling myself that once I'd earned a decent position, we'd start a new life in Camelot. My son, he barely knew me, but you know how it is. I thought there'd be more time, that there'd always be a future for us. Well, I was wrong. I wasn't even there to bury them. By the time I found out, it was too late.
Where are they buried?
My friends told me they buried them in a crypt near the town. I haven't even had the chance to visit since I got here. Not that I could. After the weirdness and the Red Death swept through the village, I've heard horrible stories of what happened to the people who decided to stay.
I could clear out the crypt for you.
You would do that? Thank you. I wasn't expecting this. But I'll try to prepare a reward for you if you manage to do this. The crypt was locked down after the outbreak, but being Camelot's legate has its perks. Here are the keys that will open the entrance.
Okay.
I'll await your return.
So there's a crypt for us to go to. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way up there. Wait, I might have just found an easier path to get down there. All right, let's go. Oh, man. I might go do this one. Since this was like a branch of quests. Brotherly love. I'd still bugged probably, but I'll try it again at another point. Go. I know there's going to be enemies around here. Or whatever. I guess we have to go this way anyways. Oh, totally missed. Did I knock him off the edge? Or is his body just invisible? Damn. Okay, so it should be somewhere back here. I feel like it always makes it look further than it actually is when you look at the map. Family crypt. Got him. This. Gilbert and Eileen. Beth ended an embrace in the forest, binding them together for all eternity. Mira passed in grace of the old age, may her gentle spirit. Morven. Garrick, Alondra, and Lauren, swallowed by the sea's endless sway, father, mother, son, bound as one forever. Jeez. Oh. Eldrin, his song silenced by the cruel winds of fate, yet his melody lingers, carried on by a breeze. Summon Camelot Spearman. Lara, claimed by the weirdness, yet her love still glimmers, a lighthouse for her husband's grieving heart. Child skeleton? Oh god. Why did I take that? It's a quest item, though. Oh, because I could tell him that... Maybe I could be like, oh yeah, he actually is dead. I can tell Vin that there was only a woman buried. Maybe you can use the child skeleton skull to be like, here's proof. Oh my god, that'd be terrible. Oh yeah, they're dead. Here's proof. You know what? heal it up. Fast travel from here. Actually, yeah, up here. Oh, quick. Danger.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
The hungry. Vin. Wake up, Vin. Vin, wake up. Is there another bed? Nice.
Watch yourself.
I'm out of here, Vin.
You're back. You know something, don't you?
I do. What, Denholm's not your father? See, this was in your family's grave. That is, so it's to convince him. You're right, Denholm is your father. I found your mother's grave.
I bloody knew it! That bastard! He's going to pay for what he's done. Thank you. And tell Self I'm sorry.
Oh no. Vin is...
You better step it up.
I fought tougher than you!
Vin, no! Vin is dead. I need to report to Self. I could just go back and give him the skull and be like, no, he's not your father. You know what? Well, I might. Such a... Well, yeah.
You're back. You...
Denholm's not your father. See, this was in your family's grave.
But I was so sure. Shit! Damn, I almost got myself killed over this. How could I be so stupid? Am I even cut out for this mission? I nearly ruined everything.
You know, you might still find your real father if you continue. Yeah, we'll say that.
You're right. Though I guess there are plenty of bastards like him in Camelot. But with us, the children there, they'll all pay sooner or later. I just can't let myself forget who my true family is anymore. Thank you. Tell Self that success is close. I'll make sure I make you proud. All of you.
Damn. Finn will get back to work for the children of Morgan. I can go back to Self. Well, I feel like as much as I'm lying to him, he's just a kid and he's full of rage, so he just gets himself killed. I mean, I understand reasoning, but for not being there, but it's just a dumb death.
Have some spare food or coin?
Maybe one day he'll figure it out, and then he can take it out on me for lying. Grab that. Alright, go back to Self. I do wonder what would happen, like, say if I told him the truth, he dies, we come back, we hand it in. Are they just going to be like, you're expelled? Or are they going to be like, oh well. Then we'll continue his mission.
Oh, I know. A little bird told me he'd already taken the final step. I'm sure there were plenty of fake tears and trembling lips. Vin is quite good at that. It would have been a waste to see such talent squandered on his petty grudge.
That's what I'm saying.
He needn't have worried. Denholm will pay one day. They all will.
Will you ever tell Vin the truth?
Maybe. When he's older and has learned the value of patience.
Yes. Okay, there we go.
I've nothing against a bit of old-fashioned revenge. But everything has its time and place. He needs to see the bigger picture first. That's when you understand there are outcomes far sweeter than death. But enough of this. I must say, my fledgling, you've surpassed my expectations. So much so that I believe it's time for the next step of your fledging.
Oh.
I want you to make your way to the Forlorn Swords. High in the mountains there, you'll find a very particular nest. All you need to do is fall asleep.
What will happen then?
Well, that's for you to find out, isn't it? I can't tell you more than that.
And I just sleep?
Yes. Don't worry. We will see each other again. Now fly, my fledgling. Sweet dreams.
Okay. Wayward Son, 38. Sweet dreams. So that's a quest. All right, so we're good here until we get to Forlorn Swords. What's up, Dr. Ed? Good morning. Chat, once again, thank you all for the likes. Appreciate it as always. I like right now that we're kind of still going through a lot of these side quests. So that way, once we do wrap up most of these, I can just go back to the main story and progress it until we wrap up this area. Pretty much. Or at least that's my current plan. We get spirituality at a 10. I'm gonna do the critical hits with the arrows, have a 75% chance. Pretty good. Okay. And then from here, we're going to go back to doing these. I'll go do these two first, and then we'll go back to this area, to those. What's this one? The Crimson. Man, it's crazy. There's still so much to do. So, I mean, we're getting there in progress, but there's still a lot out there that we can do. Nice. Damn, I'm getting all my arrows back now. That's crazy. Ouch. Power bow? What is that? A strong bow that can pierce through opponents. It's not any better than my current one. What is this? Oh. Camelot Noble. Did he die from his horse falling on top of him or something? Oh, we got an... Oh, there's no stone here. I saw that there... I don't want to give it away too much. I mean, Mortismal mentioned it in his video, but essentially there's stuff that you have to come back to later on after you've completed certain things. And that could be one of them. I might try doing that stuff during my playthrough too. Sleep for 1 hour. Got their rested bonus, but not well rested. Is that 2 for 1? That might have been 2 for 1 right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Those things grow out of nowhere sometimes. Oh wait, that's mine. Wait, hold on. How much is the... Because we have a spearman now. Requires spirituality 12. How much do these cost? 35 mana right now. Master Assassin is 50. Summon Keeper is 39. I could probably have 2 Keepers with me. What I would love is like a Summon Keeper and like a Master Assassin, or like a Keeper and a Camelot Spearman would be cool. 63, 39. Let me put the Keeper in. Nice. I have enough. For the 2 guys and then the Keeper, I'll take it. Research note, day 47.
I'm terribly sorry for all that hassle. I should have taken more precautions.
What? You alright?
Yes, thank you. Just a bit shaken.
Oh.
The beast must have somehow escaped during the night. When I woke up, they were already prowling the territory. I bolted the door and sat inside, hoping they'd leave. But, well, it's a good thing you showed up. Otherwise, I'd have had to choose between starvation and being mauled.
You said they'd escape from where?
Their pen, of course. The beasts were... my test subjects. I was sure they were significantly weakened and wouldn't pose much of a danger. I must have miscalculated. It's a bit of a shame they're all dead. I'll have to start everything from scratch. After the autopsies, of course.
What's up, Shawty? Or Shaw. Or Shaw typo. Or Shaw typo. How'd you manage to capture them in the first place?
I lured them. They may be built differently and are quite tough, but most of them still need to eat, and they are susceptible to certain poisons.
Why didn't they just run?
That's an interesting question. Perhaps they've been in captivity long enough to forget the concept of freedom. Or maybe they've claimed this place as their territory, and the only thing that changed was their living conditions. Or perhaps they were just dumb beasts waiting for the closest source of food to leave the house. I suppose we'll never know.
True. Tyrannus sent me your way.
Oh, did he? Well, if the guild is so impatient for results, they should have sent someone sooner. Now all my beasts are gone, and I'm still missing a crucial ingredient.
What is that? What do you need?
You see, weird beasts are unique creatures. The spark of life they carry is as twisted as it is relentless. I believe it can be extracted and transferred, creating a being capable of living in the weirdness without succumbing to its corruption. With everything that's been happening on Avalon, I believe this is the only way we can survive. The pigs can already do that. Well, yes, but they hardly escape disfigurement and corruption, do they? Besides, they only skirt the edges of the weirdness. They don't dwell deep within the fog. If I succeed, humans will be able to live in the weirdness freely, no matter how dense it becomes.
So what are you missing?
The heart of a Fae. Well, the Fae, to be precise. I'm not interested in the heart of some half-feral beast from the host. I need something far more powerful. I've heard of a Fae that calls itself Foxglove. It dwells in the roots of an ancient tree, lurking for unsuspecting travelers. Supposedly, it's cunning and quite vicious. If you bring me its heart, you won't just be doing me a favor. You'll be aiding all of Avalon.
You know what? Yeah, I'll bring you the heart.
Splendid! I assure you, if everything goes as planned, the guild will hail us both as heroes.
Okay. Price of perfection. Fragments of humanity. He asked me to find a Fae. Right. Man, some people just be living in these areas with all types of skeletons and bodies. They're not phased at all. Not even the slightest bit. Sounds like something you'd see on Craigslist. Hey, can you get me a phased heart from the Fae? I guess it's not too far, so that's... Yeah, I never collected that either. Whoa. hello there. They're friendly now. I got it. I just had to do it really far. That's pretty cool, though. I don't know if they're supposed to be friendly like that, but I'll take it. Oh, wait, there's a statue. Oh, the Lost Knight. I'm gonna move. That long distance shot was so good. Okay.
So,
oh no.
You're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness.
What the hell?
Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I'm Alma, the Alchemist. Pleased to meet you.
What are you doing here?
I won't deny, I'd have preferred to meet under much more favorable circumstances. I feel a bit like I've been caught at the scene of a crime, which, in a sense, I have. Although, in my defense, if we're speaking of crimes, this one is twofold. Phaedros' reckless experiments had to be stopped. The guild warned him repeatedly that he was crossing the line.
But I killed the Fae. Was it really that necessary?
Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our guild are clear. Crossing the established boundaries results in consequences, and those consequences grow more severe with greater transgressions. It's not like he wasn't warned. He knew exactly what he was doing and the risks involved. Believe me, taking measures like this brings me no joy. But we can't keep constant control over everyone. There are certain acts that simply cannot be forgiven. Phaedros was a threat, not just to himself and the guild, but to others as well. I'm sorry it had to come to this.
So what are you gonna do now?
First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare Phaedros for a proper burial. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. There are so many better ways to spend my time. And then we'll talk about your next assignment.
Okay. Sure. Hey, Goats of the Apocalypse. Thank you for the follow.
Now, that's better. Shame our meeting had to be under these circumstances. Believe me, not all alchemists act like Phaedros. You seem all right, though. Charles's calm demeanor confirms that. Tell me,
that Charles?
What made you join the guild?
I'm only interested in profit, nothing more. Ooh. Well, both of these are good. Want to help the people of Avalon contribute to building a better future.
A noble goal, right? I feel the same way. And I'd like to believe that everyone in the guild thinks the same, but people can be, well, unpredictable. But anyway, what do you need?
There's a lot. Why was it you who delivered the punishment to Phaedros?
That's my role. Let's just say I'm a sort of guardian of alchemical ethics. But more seriously, I was assigned to this task. Apparently, I'm the best at playing nanny to misfits like us.
You mentioned Charles earlier. Who's that?
Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of his kind. He won't bite your hand off, unless, of course, he senses ill intent. At the moment, he trusts you, which is rather uncommon.
You tamed a Krogmaw?
I wouldn't call the process taming. It was something different. Let's say it involved a more invasive intervention. I found Charles just after he was born, abandoned by his mother, so I took him in. It was the perfect chance to examine his brain. While working on his exposed skull, I had to disrupt the areas responsible for his sense of belonging and aggression.
So you damaged his brain.
If this were a question, I would say it's a valid one. To be honest, I don't know the exact answer. I assume it all depends on perspective. If we accept that the brains of living beings are a kind of biological mechanism, then perhaps I managed to redirect the function of that mechanism so that it operates based on different needs and perceives its place in the world differently. Yes, that seems likely.
Can you tell me how the menhirs protect people from the weirdness?
All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic, supposedly discovered by Merlin, who used it to repel the weirdness. A menhir with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than a simple bonfire fueled by ethereal cobweb. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. As an alchemist, these are mysteries far beyond my knowledge or expertise.
How many members does the Alchemist Guild have?
It's hard to say. While we share a guild, not all of us keep in regular contact. Many members aren't as open about their affiliation as I am. They have their own lives and obligations, some of which might be highly conflicting.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
I'm trying to conduct field research, but the last few weeks have been exceptionally frustrating. I lack the necessary specimens, and I'm not exactly equipped to gather them myself. I'm skilled with a lancet, not a sword.
What do you need?
I heard you're trustworthy. But first, a warning. The task I have for you is unpleasant and messy. It involves extracting brain matter, but before you even get to that part, you'll need to risk your life to get close enough. I need brain centers from 3 creatures. A Nookalivi, a human infected with the Red Death, and a villager touched by the weirdness. I've heard stories about peasants on farmlands near Kunacht. They were unlucky that the Menhir stopped protecting the place where they lived. I'll reward you for each of the 3 brains, as long as they're intact. A bloody pulp is better suited as a snack for Charles.
Okay. About the brains you wanted, I don't know. Yeah. Red Death infected brain. I probably have some of each of these.
Until next.
All right, so we have to bring a bunch of brains here. Go back to Kunacht. Is there a close fast travel point? No? Damn. Oh wait, is it actually showing me? Yeah, it shows me all the places, but I'm sure I have some in my storage, you know. Oh, right. Now there is a fast travel point down there. So we'll go back, grab these, and then see if we can end this in. Letter. Folks from Camelot are here. If they find out they pretended to be one of them, you're gonna hang. Be waiting for you by the swamps. S. Swamps are over here. Find Robbie's grave. Oh, wait, that was, that might be connected to one of those quests. I guess we'll find out. Did my summons come with me, or are they just broken? I think my summons are stuck. Here, let's do this. That will kill them anyways. You know what? How much is this? I'll sell some things real fast.
Nice to see. Hello again.
Yeah, I'm never gonna use that bow. Burning Ember. Some rings. So we need Knuckly Lave, a Brain of the Red Death, we actually drop everything here. All the crafting materials into my storage. Any coatings, and then we'll pull out those. That's just like a regular brain. Phase blood. Unless if they don't typically drop the brains and we have to go out and get them. Yeah, we might have to actually go out and get these. Okay. Because I'm not seeing any right now. I mean, it's not too bad. It's one there, one here. This one would probably take the longest to get to. Okay, cool. Well, we will knock that out later today. So for now, chat, I am going to chill here. Thank you again for all the likes. Thank you for the followers, the members, the subs. As always, I appreciate it. What are they looking for? YouTube is Casas Plays, along wherever everywhere else Casas Plays as well. Thank you again for hanging out. Thank you for chatting. I'll be back around 4:30 to 5 p.m. Eastern, and we'll continue. So that's all I got. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see y'all then. Peace.